Hello, Bl'Art here, with the man known as Immortal, the core debut Shinryu. Well, technically not debut since he's a GL first character, but that's beside the point. You know what I mean. His official debut event on the JP timeline, or whatever we want to call it. But anyway, we got a team of Charlotta, Vayne, and Yang here. They look a little familiar to you if you were paying attention to my last couple run videos. But in any event, before we get too deep into it, be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, leave a comment down below, ring that notification bell, you know, all that jazz. Just the usual goods. Marching towards 1K subscribers. Anyway, what do we got going on here? Well, part of why I'm bringing this team is because it's awesome, and I actually tried slotting in core in place of Charlotta, and it went well. The BT phase was hilarious, but being honest with you, I figured we could go a little lower on the turn count. Actually had a few friends showing me kind of just how low the turn count can get with a team of this style, with the right setup and stuff. Shoutouts to Goose for bullying me viciously in our Discord. Waterfowl, just absolutely relentless with their mockery. But I honestly can't be too upset because it pushed me to be better and to do better. And what that means is we're going to be doing a pretty cool low turn, 4-turn run. You see that turn count there? It's 3 turns. It ain't going to be getting much higher than that. But anyway, it's going to require a bit of setup. Most of it is on already, but we're not quite there yet. We got the Charlotta BT effect going. She spent a bunch of time charging the FR gauge as well. And we dropped Leo base call just to get some brave damage up. We also used Seymour call, both to delay the enemy and to get that sweet debuff. We're going to be spamming Vayne LDs now to get some free damage. Trick with Vayne, with his LD, I noticed, is that if you use it while he has his 3-stack Conqueror's power, it doesn't contribute to the turn count. That said, I also think it charges his EX gauge a little bit less if you do it that way, so if you're trying to land that perfect EX gauge setup, just something to keep in mind, depending on if you're going for turn efficiency or if you're going for EX gauge charge. But Young's here. He's awesome, especially with Charlotta. Man, Young plus Charlotta is a great combination because Young doesn't really cap his kicks too easily because just because of the way it's a gain, attack, gain. Whereas, for instance, core is attack, gain. It's easier to cap with it because of the way the gains work out. But anyway, that BT effect is so good. Anyway, all that having been said, we are just about ready to use the secret tech that we have that'll keep us in 3 turns without getting too much higher than that. We're, of course, talking about Luna Freya call, because why the heck not? Why wouldn't we? We have Young on one side to get the HP cap bonus damage, and we have Charlotta on the other side to take advantage of consecutive turns for a pretty weird and silly reason. You'll see that in a second. This fight is honestly pretty... well, okay, it's a weird fight because the bosses are actually capable of doing some kind of mean things. They got some delays, they got dispels, they got, various things, recasts and whatnot. Little summoning dude that he can that hits you with an attack if he dies, this type of stuff. However, it also has nothing in place to stop you from just no-turning them. So like Terra, Tidus, heck, you could probably use like Arciela or something if you really felt like being goofy. But of course, Vayne absolutely crushes it here. Single target, break vulnerable by all means. There we go. Now, a little trick that I mentioned in my last video, I think. Hopefully. Maybe I didn't mention it, but anyway. You'll see here what I did was I used Vayne's burst effect, and now I used Young's LD. This is important because of the timing of things. During the force time, this means Vayne's follow-up is going to trigger before Young's follow-up, and this means Young will be getting that bonus 20% force time cap, whatever bonus we want to call it, before his follow-up attack each time, and that adds up the damage in a significant way. God, it feels good to use this music again. I haven't used this in a very long time. But there you go. You saw there, we timed it with Charlotta using those 3 consecutive turns, get some bonus damage in, chuck staves, things like that. But now, it's time for the Vayne force time. Anyway, yeah, as I was saying, yeah, but with the fight, there's nothing really for me to talk about here because I just kind of no-turned it, and it did nothing to stop that. No threshold attacks, no, you know, no turn warping, whatever, like, you know, took too many turns. Stuff like that is honestly kind of... I like that stuff because it makes you think a little. Like, I kind of miss, like with the Vayne Rafflesia debut, how you had to be careful about how you pushed them back and broke their turns. Because you can still push them back and, you know, deny them turns, but you have to occasionally let them act for your own benefit. And that was kind of cool. Or you could just push them back really recklessly and deal with the consequences and then keep going, which is also a choice. And that I like that it gave you ways to play the fight based on how you wanted to do it. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Basically, not a fight you have to interact with if you don't want to at this point. Off-turn damage also works really well here, though, because we have a lot of good defensive options either way. In any event, which I think I've said it in any event, not in any event, in this event, in the core event, we're kicking the hell out of them. We got the Yang jump kicks, we got Charlotta providing that sweet burst effect, raising the HP damage cap, and making sure Yang caps all his hits. So we're pretty safely gonna kill this guy within the burst phase, which is pretty cool. And as you can see, you know, 3 turns, it's gonna end at 4. Of course, you want to end with the FR attack because that's the biggest hit. I think in this case we had to start with the LD, which we normally would have liked to save just to get the buff going. But big sword, woof! There we go. I have missed that animation. Anyway, that was a stomp fest. 4 turns in. That was pretty cool. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. See if maybe I'll try running this fight again. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, you stay healthy, stay frosty, and I'll see you in the next video. Adios.